I ask you one question. Have you seen the video when they made an attempt on my life in Kannur? I want to ask you, reply. Have you seen the video? You have not seen the video?
Sorry.
3 years back, almost 3 years now,
Yeah. That's fun.
Kannur Indian History Congress, an attempt was made on my life or not?
Yes, that is fun for the missions.
No, reply to my question.
Yes.
An attempt was made.
Yeah.
My ADC's shirt was torn. That is in the video. If you have not seen the video, I will send you the.
We have seen the
You have seen the video? Ask any lawyer. Is that a cognizable offense or not? And you know what cognizable offense means? Cognizable offense means that there is no need for anybody to report the matter to the police. Police will on its own file a case and prosecute the persons. This is not IPC specifically talks about under section 124 that the President of India and Governor of any state, nobody can try to overawe them. Nobody can try to intimidate them. And if any such thing happens and they are prevented from performance of their actions, then these people are liable with punishment for 7 years and fine. Is that a cognizable offense? What was the duty of the police? To register a case? Who prevented the police from registering a case? Who held the Home Department? You are trying to denigrate, demean the office of governor, and you have tried every trick in your box, every trick, to pressurize me, to try to frighten me. Even the kind of that I should develop fear about my physical safety. Who prevented the police from registering a case? I am so happy that Chief Minister has come out openly. He has given this statement. I welcome his statement because now at least he is not trying to play the game from behind the curtain. Now instead of using proxies like Irfan Habib, like some vice chancellors whom he asked to defy the orders of the chancellor, at least now he has come out openly. I do not wish to go into detail at this time. When I reach Trivandrum, I shall not only organize that people see that video, but I have all the documents. I have been writing to him since last 3 years, repeatedly. It is your constitutional duty to brief me regularly. He never paid any attention. I write letter to him, he does not reply. I make call to him, and he does not call back. Then what is the way out for me? You tell me. And whatever he has said, I will tomorrow I will reach Trivandrum. I hope tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will produce all the documentary evidence. And I have definite information that when they tried to make a physical attack on me at Kannur, this was a conspiracy. And the Vice Chancellor of the Kannur University was used to ensure that I am present there so that they can attack me. And I leave it to you to decide that if some higher authority prevents the police from taking legal action, was it an act of favoritism or that person was also part of the conspiracy? Because I have said it and I repeat it, some ideologies which have originated outside India, they believe in the use of force to achieve their political purposes. Don't tell me how many of your members were in the Constituent Assembly or other positions. You are also in position. Tell me whether your ideology allows use of force, use of coercive methods, use of pressure tactics, whether it is legitimate in your ideology or not. That is the question. India has a liberal constitution. Even those, only recently, one minister was made to resign because he dropped caution. He was not careful enough what they really believe in and what they hold the view about our constitution. He said it publicly. So why he resigned? Whose views he was representing? You have taken oath to uphold the law. I have never said that anybody is disqualified to be appointed to any position. What I have said is that underqualified and unqualified people, because they belong to the personal staff of the Chief Minister, they cannot be allowed to be appointed. If somebody is qualified, most welcome.
So you directly accusing that Chief Minister is part of that?
It is not. Don't try.
Conspiracy.
I don't need you to explain what I mean. You have my words on record. Direct or indirect, these are your interpretations. Don't try to put words in my mouth. I am asking you, you tell me, that if somebody here attacks your cameraman and you do not try to save him and you do not report the matter to the police, then what one will think of you? That you are in sympathy with the attacker, or you have already, you yourself are part of a conspiracy. This is the conclusion one will come to. So please don't try to put words in my mouth. I am capable enough to express and articulate what I feel.
So regarding the Priya Varghese appointment, yesterday Chief Minister slammed your remarks and substantially and explained.
I have already, I think,
have the right
I think I have,
you have a governor office or Chief Minister office.
I have already explained it. I do not know what kind of more explanation you need. I am saying and I am repeating it again, that as far as qualified persons are concerned, there cannot be any objection to that. But if you try to appoint unqualified, underqualified persons, then please stop thinking that universities, because you are dressed in little brief authority, therefore you own this property, and these institutions belong to the people of Kerala, not to those who are dressed in little brief authority. Even this thing, I am not against politics in the campus. I am against the how many young men, young precious lives have been lost in the campuses. I ask you, boys have died or not?
Yes.
They have died. Who is responsible for it? Because students, problem is not with these students. Problem is that the selfish politicians, they use these young people for their own ends. Instead of providing a platform where they can develop their personality, where they can have debate competitions, where they can have essay writing competitions, they are used merely as a fodder to raise slogans. And then there is clash between two groups. How many young students has the authorities ever expressed their concern over the loss of these precious lives? I ask you, How many bright young students of Kerala, they do not prefer to stay here for higher education and they go outside? Why they go outside? Is it a question you should ponder about or not? This is why I'm talking. As governor, I agree I should not have talked about it. But if all my efforts have failed, I want to convey to the people, this is how, this is the situation, so that at least awareness among people can be created and popular pressure can be built to prevent authorities from acting in this high-handed manner.
His Excellency, regarding the Logayuktha Amendment, University Amendment, the board is in your court. How long will this discussion will continue?
There is no question of any time limit. Everything will be considered on merit. The government cannot be given the power to appoint the vice chancellors. I'm saying it clearly. This will amount to executive interference. Chief Minister has written a letter to me, and that also I will produce day after tomorrow, where he has assured me that there will be no interference. And now they are proposing that they will appoint the vice chancellor. That would mean erosion of autonomy of the educational institutions. As long as I am here, I will not allow erosion of the autonomy of the university. There is no way. And as for Lokayukt, I have not seen the file yet, but I have seen the proceedings of the assembly. I have seen whatever has appeared in the press. There is one basic rule of jurisprudence. And the rule of jurisprudence is that if there is a complaint against you, you cannot sit in judgment against any complaint which is against you. If that basic jurisprudence rule is, even if you persuade me to sign it, it will be struck down by the judicial process, because no one can be allowed to sit in judgment about in his own cause. Some papers have written case. It is not case. Nobody can be allowed to sit in judgment in his own cause.
In Peraprivan release case, there is a landmark judgment from the court. The government is a part of government. Government is a part of government.
Yes. Governor is part of the government, and that is why it is needed, it is constitutional duty of the Chief Minister to brief the governor regularly. How many times he has briefed me? He does not reply even to the letters. He does not, I make the call and he does not call back. I do not know why he is so afraid of meeting me. He wants to talk to me through media. He is welcome.
Public access is an extraordinary situation. How will this tug of war continue? The constitution is on the government on one side, and the
This is you want to make your news interesting. That is why you are using these words. Nobody, there is no tension in this situation. People have a right to know what the government is doing. Why you want to keep it from the people? After all, the sovereignty does not lie in the government or the governor. Sovereign are the people of India. Why you want to keep in darkness? Your question implies that we should not discuss it publicly. Is that okay for a media man to ask this question?
This is an extraordinary situation.
What extraordinary
VS government issue. This is the first time.
Extraordinary situation you are saying because people have come to know what the government is doing. This is no, people have a right to know.